Club doing? Go ahead, hit that like button for all my Cork fanners out there. We are gonna have a banger video today. If you like Marvel Snap, you're gonna like this here. I'm with my friend here. Which way? You're down there. Mobile Gamer! Say
What's
hi.
up, my guy?
We did a video on his channel, very important in regards to collector reserves. Great update in regards to Series 5 going to 4, 4 to 3. Be sure to check it out. In this video, though, we're talking about a big data mine. It's not a leak. This really irritated mobile gamers. Some people are calling it a leak. It's not a leak. It is a data mine for the next month, February's Battle Pass and new cards coming, as well as the future of Zabu as well. So hope you guys are ready. Strap on in because you got to be this tall to get on this ride, my friend. So let's just
Wow.
I'm in a weird mood right now. I'm loving it though. All right, so next month. So first thing I want to put out there, this is data mines. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but generally data mines are fairly accurate on or about. They hit the target in general. Wouldn't you say? I mean, we've seen data mines for a lot of mobile games, and you know, for the most part, I think they hit. But just I think it's important.
95% of the time.
95% of the time. But it's always important to note that it's not final until the developers say it's final. But I believe Zabu and them, those were data mined as well, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's so there is some legitimacy to this, but you know, subject to change. That's the favorite word that developers like to use. I think it's pairing out well because we have Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. You saw the trailer or not?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you see the did you see the screenshot of Modok's face unmasked?
I watched it. I watched that particular clip in the trailer several times, but I didn't get to see a screenshot. But I did kind of see his face a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. I've been loving the memes. Did you ever see the oh gosh, the what's like a spy, the Spy Boy, Spy Girl? What the heck was that movie called? Spy Kids? I can't remember what it was, but it was hilarious because everyone's like, they're like freaking out. They're posting Spy Kids memes. Anyways, that's the side point right there. Let's move on to what's going on for February. Allegedly, it's planned to start February 6th at 7 p.m. Pacific time, featuring Modok, a new season pass card, Ant-Man, Wasp, steampunk variants, and a couple of the cards like Stature, the Living Tribunal, as well as a few others here. So we got the season pass here, as usual, $9.99. We actually kind of talked about this in your video in regards to if you do spend money, the $9 pass or $10 pass, I should say, it's kind of the best thing to buy, right? So you don't have to worry about it going to Series 5, right?
Yeah, if you're getting $10 value is pretty incredible for sure.
Right, and usually with these season pass cards, they're always targeting a specific type of area of the game. So Silver Surfer targeting those 3-cost cards, right? We have Zabu targeting the 4-cost cards. What's going to be the deck of the month going into February? Most likely discard decks.
Discard.
Yeah, discard decks. I mean, they're still kind of useful. You know, we see a lot of oh gosh, I always forget his name. It's not Vampire, Dracula. We see like Dracula, Apocalypse. So we still see them, but if you love those decks, you're gonna like this a lot. With Modok, you're gonna be able to just completely discard your hand on reveal. And boy, the ideas are always just coming through full force on this one right here. Let's just park it here. What's gonna be the obvious thing that's gonna love Modok here?
Apocalypse, Hela, I don't know, Swarm.
Yeah.
You know, Dracula. Maybe Invisible Woman is kind of a combo.
Yeah,
there
I was
with
waiting
Hela,
for you to say
but,
that. Yeah.
You know, I mean, think about it like this. Let's say you have Apocalypse in your hand. Modok is going to discard your entire hand. So then on turn 6, you're going to have a boosted Apocalypse, right? Which is going to go into the Dracula. And then you're just going to play whatever card is there. Maybe it's a Blade or another discard card. It seems very, very, very good.
It's going to be, it's the Hela Invisible Woman combo that I'm eyeballing. So at the very end.
Morbius.
It's Morbin time, baby. Yeah.
Morbin time, yeah.
They should call the season Morbin time. It's not Ant-Man, it's Morbin time. But yeah, when you play this card and you discard everything, then you have Hela activate. Just bringing back all those cards you discarded. It's gonna happen. Just wait and see. It's gonna happen. So I think that's really gonna be the biggest thing there. If you like Hela, this card's probably gonna be hella good with them. And moving on though, we have a couple of other cards here. New Series 5 cards going along with it. Modok being the season pass. If you spend that $9.99 in February, assuming this all comes to fruition, that's gonna be the card you can get fairly easy. However, they're adding new Series 5 cards that's coming out. And Zabu, if you've been on the fence whether you should get Zabu, one thing to keep in mind is next month, there's no season pass, and then you have to wait for it. My personal experience, I missed out on Black Panther, and I'm like, man, Black Panther would be fun to have, but luckily he's coming down from Series 5, Series 4 next season. So Zabu's entering Series 5 at the end of the season, and we have these other cards here. So with the new here, so they say here are some potential Series 5 cards that we enter during the February 2022 season. Kang is especially a strong candidate. I mean, you and I have been kind of saying, you know, we were not too sure. I think we're kind of more on board with what this card's trying to offer. And they're bringing him due to his appearance in the Ant-Man films. These are all pretty much Ant-Man characters for the most part. I don't know. Is the Living Tribunal inside of Ant-Man? I don't know. I don't think we saw that in the trailer. But
Not sure.
You tried to convince me that the Timekeepers were the Tribunal. I almost fell for it. I almost fell for it. But all right. Anyways, we have Kang. So Kang, I think I had the quick elevator pitch would be it's a turn 6 Daredevil, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of turn 6s where let's say you're playing against a Galactus player and you're like, oh, I win if they don't have null. Do they have null? I don't know if they have null.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is a cube saving card without a doubt. And then you play it, and then you get to see. I see this is going to be like, I feel like this is going to be something that can be possibly included in a lot of decks.
Yeah.
So very, very interesting in my opinion.
It's only unfortunate that it takes 5 energy to play it. So that means on turn 5, you're probably not doing a lot except just, I mean, well, actually, hold on. No, you're restarting turn. So you can play this turn 6 and then you restart the turn. So you get the energy back, right? So it's not like you're skipping out on a turn, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the way that I understand the card, is that you're basically get to see what your opponent did, restart the turn, and let's see if they do the same thing or not. Or it's just going to give you information on whether or not you want to snap or not snap, or retreat or not retreat. I'm not 100% sure how the mechanics can work, but I feel like this is going to be like a super Daredevil.
Yeah, it's super Daredevil, cube saver, and if you don't know what your opponent's playing, it's going to give a massive, it's going to tip your hand. I have a feeling, I don't know if I want to say this, but you know how leader's bat feels when you're on the receiving end of the pain? Like, wouldn't it suck? Like, I got this great play, I'm gonna win, I snapped, and then, oh crap, it's Kang, and it's like, oh no, and then they snap on you, it's like, no. I'd say, at first I was trying to understand this card. I feel like there's gonna be a moment where you have this big play, you're ready to throw it down, and then Kang shows up. So I do expect Kang's gonna be a little annoying.
This is the card that I'm saving my collector tokens
Is
for.
it now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm
card.
eyeballing now. Now we have all these series changes that we talked about in your video. It's kind of like, I don't know what I want to do, but I think if it's a series 5, Kang might be. You might have convinced me to make sure I save my tokens for now that I have She-Hulk. Now that I have She-Hulk, I'm like, I don't really have anything in mind. I have Galactus, Thanos.
6,000 a month once you're done with full 3, or about 6,000 depending on how you play the game. But yeah, but enough to buy one Series 5, and maybe that's it right there. All right,
well, let's talk about these other ones. These other ones, maybe they'll take you off course. We have Ghost here. It's a cheap card, 1-cost card. At least from initial impressions, it seems very niche. With Ghost here, on its 1-cost card, your cards are always revealed last, and their on reveal abilities happen last too. Now, generally with Marvel Snap, you ideally want to go first, and you want to activate your effects first. Like if you have an on reveal effect, you want that to activate before Cosmo activates, right? You don't want Cosmo first. Then the only thing that you and I kind of thought of is maybe this is anti-Enchantress, anti-Shang-Chi, anti-Killmonger. So if you're playing a 1-cost card, you want their Killmonger to go first before you reveal the 1-cost card. So do you think there's maybe a different angle?
It's pro Shang-Chi. It's like, if there's many times
it could
where
be pro Shang-Chi,
yeah, when you have Shang-Chi in your hand, it's like, I know they're gonna place a big card there. You know how he's like, they're gonna play death right there. They're gonna play something big. Yeah. And you know what? If I did not have initiative, I could blow it up with my Shang-Chi. I feel like I think like you said earlier, most of the time you want to have priority. I don't feel like there's a couple cards where you don't want to have priority, but most cards you do want to have priority, because nothing is worse than playing an on-reveal card to a brand new Cosmo, right?
Yeah, here's what I'm wondering. It's a 1-cost card, and I feel like it's gonna see some play. Do you think it's gonna be like a Yondu, Iceman type of thing, where we're gonna probably see a lot of this in play, or you think it's gonna be very deck specific.
Yeah, I feel like this is very deck specific. Yeah, and maybe there's more cards that'll work with
I'm just wondering if it's going to get to a world where everyone's like playing Ghost, and then it's just going to go back to the usual, where I guess if both sides have Ghost, it's just going to go back to whoever's got initiative, they go first then. So, yes, I don't know if that one's going to be interesting. Stature, I think this one's very niche use here. With Stature, it seems to be targeting maybe like Black Bolt, Moon Knight or something. It's gonna it's kind of like a death. It's I think the best way to put it's death, but for discarding, because you don't reduce death's count or cost from discards. It's only destroy effects. So
it kind of more reminds me of like Miles more than Death or She-Hulk.
That's right.
More like Miles.
As you move, Miles gets cheaper. I think that's the way to look at it. So potentially this could be maybe a 1/7. Maybe even a 0/7, depending on how much is being discarded. But it's going to cost 1.
No, it's just going to be a 1/7.
It just goes down 1.
It's more. Yeah. It's not
Death. You're right. It's Miles Morales.
It's not like Death. It's not like She-Hulk. It's more like Miles Morales.
I misread that. I thought it costs 1 less if you're. No, it's just boom. Cost 1 if your opponent discard a card from their hand. This game, so just the game entirely, not even the previous turn, because She-Hulk's all about previous turn. Yeah, this now that I reread that, it's like, okay, I can get down with this more. So yeah, if you're running a discard deck, and you can force a discard like Black Bolt, as we said, Moon Knight's also a very evident one. Okay. Yeah, this one I think I like a bit more now that isn't it funny how one word, one word changes the interpretation of everything right there. And
I feel like this is a future card too. Like if there's more cards that come out that allow you to discard things in your opponent's hand. Like right now, we just got those 2 cards that you mentioned, but I think that was something to be considered. I think this card might be more important later.
Yeah, it could be. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing this one more now that I reread all that. But this last one, which you were trying to convince me, can't believe you, time cheapers.
I was wrong.
The Living Tribunal. This one right here, which, as I said, I was telling you, the first time I saw the Living Tribunal was in Marvel Strike Force and Cosmic Crucible, so it's kind of cool seeing it here for the second time. So with this card, this one we are pondering a lot. At the end of the game, split your total power evenly among all locations. So the thing that came to, I think the biggest thing that came to our mind was this might be helpful if you're playing a deck that doesn't help you get into other inaccessible zones. So Sanctum Sanctorum, can't play cards in there. So this would help you spread that power in there. Getting to Luke's Bar maybe, or right now Ultra Death is very prevalent, or Death's Domain. So I think that's the big thing right there. Is that maybe the main kicker of this, or if you're maybe playing just some massively let's say you got like a Wong. You have Black Panther in one zone, and you got Black Panther to like a bajillion power. You're only winning that zone, right? You want to spread that power through all the zones, even if you are in them. So I think that's kind of what we're eyeballing here. If you can get Iron Man. Let's say get a big Iron Man ongoing effect.
Big Iron Man, yeah.
Yeah, spread that power.
Yeah, you Iron Man, then you Mystique him, and then you have a lot of power in one location. This will spread it everywhere. So, I think it's also there's like a multitude of locations that would be very good with this, right?
Yeah.
And the idea there would be is that maybe when there's a certain hot location or feature location, this card suddenly becomes amazing for those periods of time. Is the only thing I could think. It seems to be very specific, and I'm sure there's going to be a way of exploiting this card. Maybe it's Shuri with into a big card, or but it seems so location specific.
It could be, just from looking at these cards here. I think I'm always looking for the best bang per buck. Like if you're buying a collector token item, you kind of want to be pretty bang per buck. You want to be able to use it in a lot of situations. I think Kang probably even over Modok is going to be a bit more plug and play viable just for a lot of different decks. Living Tribunal might come in as number 2, maybe best all around card. Looking at these 5 cards that are here, would you maybe agree with that assessment?
I'm not sure. Kang is the most interesting one to me, and of course Modok. But Modok's going to be the $10 battle pass.
Yeah.
So that's Modok. Seems like it's going to just like Zabu, or Silver Surfer. It lets you create a new archetype, and then that'll enable the discard, to make it a lot better than it is now, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. It's always cool seeing these new cards come into play that are They have some vastly different mechanics, and it's cool seeing them target specific decks out there. I'm curious about, oh, there's actually a few more things here. Oh, they have a season pass XP. Players need 1,000 season pass XP per level. The season pass, most of the XP is obtained through season pass missions. Oh, is this? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, this is talk about the season pass and how you get the rewards and whatnot. Yeah, so overall, the main part of this was just kind of looking forward to next month, keeping your eye on the money, seeing what might be something on your radar. And if you're, I think the biggest thing is if you're someone hoarding collector's tokens, are any of these of interest for you guys? But I think right now, especially when we know those series changes are happening, you think people should really be spending their collector's tokens right now that we know that the series changes coming and you have these new cards coming. I mean, what are you doing for those collector's tokens right now?
Right now, I'm hoarding. I'm trying to save up my and the card that I mean, of the cards that are out there right now, the only card that I'm kind of interested would be maybe Galactus, but you know this Kang is very interesting also. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for today, ladies and gentlemen, across our beloved Kyber Empire. Make sure you smash that like if you're a Korg fan. Korg is OP. Don't you forget about it, my friends. Be sure to check out Mobile Gamer's video. We have an exclusive variant giveaway that we did over there. We didn't look for one today. Actually, no. All right, no. Hold on. I got it right here. All right, we have... This is what I wanted to show you right here. This is what I want to show you. All right, Mobile Gamer, do the spiel. Do the spiel. I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account. I don't know what it is.
An exclusive variant of... of Modok!
What is that? I don't get it.
This is from Spy Kids, and everyone's been like,
I've never seen that.
You never seen Spy Kids? People have been spamming Marvel after seeing the Modok face, and people are like,
I've also not seen. I've never seen any of the Harry Potter movies, so there you go.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like a must-see cultural. It's like, oh gosh, it's like, how would you feel if someone said, I never saw Star Wars? All right, guys. If you're a weeb, hit that like button. If you're not a weeb, hit that like button. And most importantly, jeez, always remember
that it's great to be in the Empire today. Gary, you gotta play the music.
You ruined my groove at the end with the weeb stuff.